Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new Lego Star Wars comparison video. Today we are going to compare these three Lego Plo Koon Starfighters. Now this is the one from 2011, a beautiful, really nostalgic set. And this is the new microfighter one we got this year in 2025. And this right here is the custom rebrickable model that looks absolutely incredible. So this is going to be a really funny comparison to do, and we are going to start off with the minifigures. Alright, so here is the Lego minifigures you get. This is the old one from 2010 and this is the new one from 2025. Now it is a huge difference between these two minifigures. As you can see, the old one has more of a rubberized head, and as you can see, like the tentacles, the one that are going down here is actually fell off right here, which is kind of annoying, but well, what can you do? What can you do? I do think the new one looks so much better. It's just, this mold is just so freaking amazing, and you do get some actually pretty nice torso printing on the old one, but I do think the new one is better. It's actually more detailed as well, and wow, there you can see that this head is so much stronger. I literally pulled up the whole torso when I did this, and this one just falls off really easily. But yeah, there is the Plo Koon's head old. I do like this one, it's really nostalgic, but definitely do think the new one is way better. If you turn it around, you are going to see some printing on the back. It's almost nothing. Oh wait, actually that's all wrong. It's no printing on the back of the old Plo Koon, but there is definitely a lot of printing on the new one. Looks really clean, and like it's a different shade of brown here as well. On the, like, it is just an incredible figure. And here's the side profile. Oh, that's the thing I realized right now. This figure can move around and this cannot, but this may be because I actually lost the tentacles right here, but I do think it's a really wonderful figure. I also see here on the back that this newer head is way more wide, which I do think looks way better than this. I do think this, like, look, I don't know which are more accurate, but I do think that the right one here is way more accurate. So I do love it. I think it looks really amazing. So yeah. Now we're gonna look at the two astromech droids. Okay guys, so here is the astromech. Wow, doesn't this look just super hilarious? Like, what the heck is even this shit? God damn it. So funny, but anyways, yes, this is the old, you can actually tell it's like making that sound because it's so old, but this is the old astromech droids to Plo Koon. I do super nostalgic and I really love this. And you would actually get the whole body with it. It's had no back printing, but obviously it's 2011, it makes sense. But you do get a really nice printing on the R2's head. Yeah, it's a really nice figure, honestly, and it fits, as you can see, really well in the ship right here. So I do think it's a really nice fit. But let's go over the head right here. You actually only get the head in the microfighter, which is like one of the biggest downfalls of this. I don't know why you wouldn't get the freaking body. It's so weird. But this is a little bit different. You can actually tell that the shading is a tiny bit more like light brownish. But I do think it's a really good figure. Otherwise, like, it's a really good head. But it's just sad that we wouldn't see the entire body, especially if, like, it's just bad. I mean, I guess you can do this, but honestly, that actually looks kind of good. But you do get that it's just different shade of brown. So I definitely will keep the OG head on right here. But that is the microfighter. I would definitely say that this wins the debate right here. Alright, so moving on, we are going to check out the play features. Now, as you can see, this custom model, which looks absolutely beautiful, was on a stand that you actually are, like, included in the sets that you have to buy to get the bricks. Just a really nice stand. I think the ship looks really cool on there. So we're gonna get that out right here, but that is included. Yeah, but first we're gonna go over the price. So this microfighter is about $12 to $15. You can get it cheaper or more expensive, depending on how lucky you are with prices and retail, and also, of course, the clearance and stuff. Now, this new one is combined around $60. You can get it cheaper, but you have to get, obviously, the 3-in-1 airplane creator set, the Jedi Starfighter, which is around $50, especially in my country. And also, you have to get this, or you can build it without, but I personally build mine with this one as well. So it's around $60 ish. And this one, I'm not 100% sure on the price, but I do think when it released it was around $35. That's the usual price for these Jedi Starfighters back in the day. But yes, so I would say for the value here, I would definitely say this is the better value. I mean, you get the whole Starfighter and you actually get the freaking body, not just the freaking head. So I do think this is worth it overall. And I also think it's just super nostalgic, even though these are more, you know, accurate in the color wise, but still I think both, like all of these are really good sets. But in the pricing category, I would definitely say that this win. Now you can say about these two, because this will definitely get the first place, like this to get 3 points, and we're gonna debate in which of these are going to get 2 points, because this microfighter is only actually about, as I said, $12 to $15, and for that price you do get a decent microfighter. I do have a lot of problems with this one, as like the stud shooters, and I do think like this ship is way too wide and way too short, but I mean they are kind of similar. So but I do still think that this microfighter could have been a little better. But I mean, it is a microfighter, you can't use so many pieces and so much money, so I mean, but I do think for that low price and getting the Plo Koon figure, I definitely have to give this the second place with 2 points, because I just think that, like, you know, this could be really expensive and you don't even get the Astromech's body, but like this is also really worth it in my opinion, because like the Starfighter is just amazing. Like for example, it has literally like almost 0 gaps, and the Obi-Wan Starfighter from I think 2023 of the summer had like massive gaps. So in that situation, it just looks super clean and super sleek. But I do think, because you do get a really nice figure in such a cheap set, this will be the second option on the pricing, and this will go third, but this will get 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. But as I said, it is a really awesome value. Honestly, it is expensive, but you're not gonna be sad, and you can get the others create 3-in-1 airplane on sale and stuff, so it really doesn't matter that much. But anyways, we're gonna go over to the playability, and then we'll do the design category in the last. Alright, so starting off with the playability, we're gonna start off with the microfighter one, because it's like has basically the least play features, you can say. But I mean, the only play feature of this is obviously, you know, the stud shooters. I can just do it like, oh my gosh, what? Okay, that didn't work. But you know what stud shooters is probably if you're watching this video. So I don't never use the stud shooters. This is so annoying that you can't find them. But again, I do think that the stud shooters are literally kind of annoying to do to this set, because, like, you know, it just makes you know, the actual ship looks kind of more inaccurate and stuff, but still really cool. You do also get a little clip here for the lightsaber of Plo Koon, which is really nice. I really appreciate that, and some studs here to make it, you know, be a little elevated on the ground, which is cool, which is really cool. And I do like the thrust here in the back, but other than that, I do think it's like it's a pretty cool little, you know, you can do whatever you want with it basically. But I just like, you can like whatever fly around with it. And I do think it looks kind of hilarious with Plo Koon inside. Like, it looks just really small, but at least he has space for it. But I mean, I would say this set is definitely worth it, but not to hold too much on the play feature. Alright guys, moving on, we are going to take a look at the OG 2011 Plo Koon Starfighter. Now this actually had a bunch of play features. It didn't have any like missiles or something like that, but I don't think that's I don't think that will make the sets bad in any way, because you do have the situation, your place for the Astromech droid right there, beautiful. You can open the cockpit right there, boom, and you can place obviously your Plo Koon. I'm gonna do the OG one, of course, and you can place him down here. And I actually had that like 2 studded, so it's not like it's like you have 1 tile and 2 studs, so the character will sit a little more loose. But this head is also really loose. Wow, but you do get two really nice control panels. But anyways, you can take on the little control, the little screen right here. I do think it's kind of annoying that it's not like this, but you can actually drag it off. It just looks better, but this piece was actually not introduced, at least not in that color, I think, in this set. But I do think the old one looks also really good. But the really funny play feature of this is that you can actually like pop up here. Now, listen, I think since I rebuilt this out of parts and stuff, I did own this when I was younger, but as you can see, like the stickers are not complete. So I think I built this wrong, but you could actually like flick this under here and the whole cockpit and Plo Koon will literally shoot off. Not his head, what the heck. He will literally shoot off, which is really cool, but that's like really accurate to the Order 66 scenes, when like this literally Starfighter is only represented, I think. I do think it was in the Clone Wars, but wow, so funny. You do have some really cool thrust here on the back, really cool, and of course this is really cool as well. But there's actually not a whole lot more on the play feature side of this one, but like it's really swooshable, like we can do whatever you want with it. But other than that, actually not too much. But let's go on to the custom 2025 model. Moving on with the new custom 2025 model. By the way, this is so strong. It's so well built and the design is amazing. I just love it so much. Now you do get a little what's it called, spring-loaded shooter. Now I think you should get one of each side. And also I think I maybe built this wrong, because look here, it's like this is not the exact same, but whatever, you do get one of those. They can fire off really easy. And other than that, you know, you can open this up. Now that's really smooth. I do think the cockpit area is very strong in this set. You get a control panel and it's just so satisfying how it perfectly fits there. Even gets a little headrest. Yeah, but oh shoot, I messed it up, but you know, really awesome. He looks so clean in there. And here is also the head. I mean, in this set it doesn't really matter, it looks really cool. But like and actually when I think about it, where does the actual astromech droid head go on here? Is it like here? I don't know, but well, other than this, honestly, it's not that much on the play feature side. You like, it's actually kind of funny, but it's not. Also, really funny thing, as this has like the same amount of thrust as this ship, but it's so different. But I think that's really funny. But I mean, it's also really swooshable. I would say it's even more swooshable, and you can like hold it pretty nicely from like this, or you can hold it like under here. Yeah, it's a really beautiful set. So happy. There are so many talented designers, and obviously you can put it on this beautiful stand right here, and oh my god, doesn't that look just super nice? Well, if you ask me, I would say that looks, man, it looks better than almost any Lego Jedi Starfighter I've ever seen. Alright, so after going over the playability on these three models, I would say that this one has the best, because it just has this like really cool feature that I sadly didn't even build correctly, but also I think it's really nice that you can fit the whole entire body, even though this looks more accurate and actually better. This is the only set that has stud shooters, but I don't really care about that. I hate the stud shooters, so I will say this 3 points, and honestly I think this gets 2 points because it's just way more swooshable than this. Like, it's kind of hard, like where do you even hold this random ass little thing? So 3 points, 2 points, and 1 single point to this little shitty one right here. But we're gonna go over on the design category. In the end, we're gonna see my opinion on which set I like the most. So let's go on with the design category. Okay, so starting off on the design category, we are gonna go over this smaller one, the microfighter. And obviously it is a microfighter, so I can't really compare it. But this is a comparison either way, so I have to compare it. And obviously I think this microfighter has a lot of problems. I just think it's way too wide. It's like, as you can see here, like, I think they get the coloring really well. Like, especially like the little yellow stud actually represents quite well on this set right here. But I just think that like, it looks way too wide and way too short. So in my opinion, this is definitely the worst looking design And I also really hate the stud shooters right here. I do think they are just a awful addition to this set. They should have like much rather been like on the sides maybe. I think already this looks so much better. Wow, look how smart I am. This honestly looks so much cleaner, and if I just literally remove those, I think it also looks way better. But anyways, this doesn't even like retract. It should have been like one stud shorter and like a little bit longer, and it would literally look good. But in my opinion, it just looks really off. You can move these, but I don't think that helps that much, honestly. And you also get the little gap in the middle, but it is a stud shooter. But still, I mean, you can have it like this. I actually think that looks kind of almost better. But you do have this, you can move it around like that, which I do appreciate. But this is like the way it's displayed in the box, etc. And I do think that looks really awful. So yeah, I do like that they were able to, you know, add a little behind piece that they have right there, and also with this big flag piece right here. But overall, obviously it's gonna get the 1 point from this category. Now we're gonna move on with the 2011 version. Obviously, it's super nostalgic for me. I really love this set, and I think for the time that they did a really job. They did a really good job. I think they got a lot of angles really well, and actually also, which I'm seeing right now, they have like literally almost no like gaps right here. And obviously that is because they also added a lot of bricks here to, you know, cover it up. But still, I think that's a really smart way to do it back in the time. And like, you know, there's probably a lot of like really good design choices that they probably have, you know, taken inspiration from in the newer one. But in the newer set, there are also a lot of newer, you know, details and newer techniques they didn't have yet, because there is a lot more technique used in the newer custom model, as well as like Jedi Bob's Fighter and even the Obi-Wan Starfighter from 2022 is like there is a bunch of you know, techniques there. But I do think this one looks really good for the time. And I mean, you can say it's not like the accurate shade of blue, but you didn't have this blue color back in the day, I do believe. And I think honestly it's just so nostalgic, and I think it looks really good. There's probably a bit of nostalgia bias right there, but you know, I also think you can, like, if you can actually rotate the astromech droid's face so it's actually like pointed forward, and you can put it down, and it also actually looks really good that way. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, that's also a really positive aspect of it. I do also extremely love the beautiful Republic round tile right there. It's obviously printed, which is so beautiful. Yeah, but other than that, I don't have really much to say on the display. It's really decent, but you probably know I'm not gonna keep this at the first spot with the 3 points. I'm getting 2 points to this, and that is solely because this next model is just, oh my god, it is beautiful. It is so incredibly, like, it's almost perfect in my opinion. I can't believe that a custom mock designer built this. It's insane. I'm gonna actually probably link the breakable instructions, and it was free too. It's so generous, oh my god. And like the cockpit, obviously this is like inspired by the Jedi Bob Starfighter under here as well. But I mean, I'm really, I mean, you still had to do a lot of work to like get almost no gap here, etc. It just looks so much better, and it looks like 10 times better than the Obi-Wan Starfighter with the Camino figure. Oh my god, it looks so great. And also this, I think it's really nice that I added a little like brighter yellow piece right there to, you know, add the astromech droid's head, because then you know it will be if you lose it, whatever. And also really love how they used these, you know, design pieces right there, and also this design. I think it's pretty cool. It is just a really nice set. And the back side with this one, and as I said earlier, the cockpit, it is just beautiful cockpit. Like you can see Plo Koon just piloting right there. Oh my goodness, isn't that just beautiful? You also do get a beautiful little control panel right there included in the set, and even like a little kind of green like see-through type of brick under there. I don't know if that's just random or to stimulate, I don't know, simulate something, I have no clue, but still think that is a beautiful one. You do have, I mean, Plo Koon fits perfect right there. And oh, it's so satisfying just popping that on. Oh, beautiful set. So obviously, compared to the two other Plo Koon Starfighters, this is gonna get the 3 points from me, and I can't even forget about this one. Wow, this is just an awesome looking stand. I mean, and this is like included. You don't have to buy any other set or buy bricks of brick, pick up brick or bricklink. This is literally included, which is insane as well. Oh my god, it is just amazing. I extremely love this so much. I don't even know how this guy got these pieces from. I don't know where these pieces like came from, because they were just like in the pile when I was building this. But anyways, this set is beautiful, and this looks awesome on display. Like, this looks so, like, imagine you have this, like, wow, I don't give a shit about that. It looks amazing, and like you actually like. Okay, I guess you only get the entire head of the astromech right here, but I don't care. This looks so much better. So this will get the 3 points, and the 2011 one will get 2 points. I still think it looks amazing for the time, and obviously you have heard my problems about the microfighter. But we are going to go over the last now, which is my personal replica bricks' opinions on these sets. Alright, so now that we have gone over the playability and the value, the price of these 3 beautiful Plo Koon Starfighter, I mean, I guess we can say that it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but you know what I'm saying. So we are going to now go over my own replica bricks' opinion on these sets, and I will have to say that, like, it's so hard to choose between this one and this one, because I just think the new one is amazing. The design is just incredible, and like, you know, the figure from this set is also, like, the figure is incredible. I do think the figure from this microfighter is insane, and this head is also really good, but I do hate the rest of the set. But it's so hard to choose between this one and this one, because they're just so amazing. Like, they're both just incredible. But I am probably getting my nostalgia like taking advantage of me at this moment, but I will honestly say that I have to go with this. Is my favorite. I don't think it's the best, obviously, because it's using so many old techniques. Like, this is a better set, but I just think this is more my favorite because it is just so nostalgic, you know. And I really also really like the old Plo Koon figure, even though the new one is so much better. Like, I almost actually like the new one much better. Like, I feel like that one is more nostalgic. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably a lot of nostalgia, but I do think this one is just my favorite. So it will get 3 points on the replica bricks' opinion, and this will get 2 points. And obviously, I wish I can give this 0 points, but I can't, so 1 point. But we are gonna now go over. I'm gonna, you know, calculate all the points, and we're gonna check out who wins this. It's gonna be really interesting to see which wins. Let's do it. Okay, so I have now calculated the points of every set, and we are gonna start off with the first one, and that is obviously this a really ugly microfighter, coming in at only 5 points. Wow, are you serious? Well, I mean, it is a really bad microfighter, but I would choose this over a lot of other microfighters, even for the build. I do think it's actually kind of dope that you can do this. That's a really good feature about this set, actually. But other than that, you know, I just really shitty one. I really hate it, but the figure is amazing. So yeah. Now, the one that's gonna come into second place with a total of 8 points is this one. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell aren't this in the first place? Well, I guess I just have given these points. But yeah, so this beautiful set right here is going to get 8 points. And I do think it's worth, this would be worth it to put in the first place. But my nostalgia and the play features on this just wins, just dominates. And obviously, if you haven't figured it out yet, since the other one got 8 and 5 points, this is the #1 winner of the replicas bricks comparison in this video, with a total of 11 points. That's a lot of points. It is just an awesome model. I extremely love it. If you can even say that in correct English grammar, I extremely love it. I just really love it. I mean, design wise, this is a better display model, 100%, but I just really love this, man. it is just a nostalgia hitting 100%. So yeah, this is it for today's comparison. Really fun comparing these three beautiful, beautiful Plo Koon Starfighter models, except this one again, but you know, it was really fun. I haven't really seen any other YouTubers done this exact, you know, Plo Koon type of comparison. Maybe a lot of people only have this one and this one, and maybe a lot of people have these two, but I actually have all of these. There could be people who have done it before, but I just thought that would be a kind of funny comparison. And let me know down in the description which of these sets you like the most. Let me know if you agree with me on my like points and stuff. And obviously also let me know other like, you know, fake Lego AliExpress sets I should do reviews on, etc. in the future. I have a few really good sets coming. We're not gonna spoil these sets, but I have like ordered a lot of really good sets of AliExpress, which I'm going to do comparisons and reviews on in the future. So let me know, and maybe just subscribe with the post notification bell turned on so you won't miss those videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.